Mr. Chairman. Interesting times. Now you have a hard target, right? The Treasury Secretary said you got to have it done. If Republicans can't get the debt ceiling lift into this package, they're going to have to take it to Democrats and get votes and do all that stuff. How do you see the state of play right now?
Well, I think we're actually in good position to move quickly this week. Most of the committees that had targets to meet in terms of spending reduction have met and achieved those targets. But the big three are next week. Agriculture, where we have to make some major changes, obviously. Ways and Means, which actually writes the tax cuts themselves. And probably most critically, Energy and Commerce, which is in charge of the Medicaid portion of the reductions and reforms. And this is mostly reforms. We're not cutting Medicaid. We'll actually increase Medicaid spending every year going forward, but by less. And we'll hopefully get states to share more of the burden. But again, these are the things that have to get worked out right at the last minute.
What the Treasury Secretary would like is the suspension of the debt ceiling. He says, lift it. The blueprint that Congress is working on gives it a specific dollar amount. Are you comfortable? Well, I know there will be a lot of Republicans who are not comfortable with a debt limit suspension. Do you think that will be a problem?
Well, actually, I don't think we'll have a debt limit suspension because Republicans like to revisit this conversation. Look, if it was up to the Democrats, they agree. They'd love to get rid of the debt limit. I've talked to them. They'd say, if you just put a straight debt limit suspension out there, we'll vote with you on that. So that's actually a point of potential compromise between the administration. But when you do that, that's like never talking about your credit card when you go to the limit. And we like to get to a limit and have a discussion and then at least have some reforms to change the trajectory of the debt. So I understand where my colleagues are at. They're dug in on that issue, and I broadly agree with them. So
the color red, red lines are the favorite accessory in Washington these days, as your fellow House Republicans talk about red lines for how much you increase the exemption for state and local taxes, whether or not there will be cuts to Medicaid, whether or not, what else do we have?
Salt.
Oh, yes. Well, so yes, the state and local tax exemption, but also now whether there'll be tax increase for high earners. Do you fortunately for you, as you alluded to, it's Ways and Means that has to do this work, and you guys in Appropes can look on happily as they deal with this. But as a member, do you have red lines? Do you have things that you say you must have, or you will not?
You know, one of the smartest guys I ever served with in Congress was former Senator and at the time Chief Whip Roy Blunt from Missouri. And Blunt used to have a saying, never say what you'll never do, at least out loud. And I think that's actually pretty good advice to live by. Look, if we don't get this done, we're going to trigger the largest tax increase in American history. I can't believe that a Republican president, a Republican Senate, a Republican House would ever let that happen. That can't possibly be our legacy going forward. So I think at the end of the day, that pressure plus the debt pressure will get almost everybody, maybe everybody, into line.
I'm hearing more about the possibility that you could just extend the current rates and not do the other stuff, that the fallback, the fail-safe position is you get to the end of this, if the Senate jams the House and won't take what the House passes and you get to impasse, that Republicans end up saying we're just gonna extend the current rates and walk away. Is that a possibility?
It's a possibility, but I don't think it's where we want to go. Look, the president ran on achieving specific things in addition to preserving his 2017 tax cut bill, which I think has underpinned the prosperity we've enjoyed for most years since then. So, look, I'm willing to listen to the president and work with him, and I think we should do that, and I think we will. Look, just failure's not an option here, so sometimes you succeed because you simply have to.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.